Hello, today's book is called Radiant Child, the story of artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. He is a Puerto Rican artist whose mother influenced him at a very young age to become an artist. He is one of few artists who was wealthy during his lifetime. Jean-Michel Basquiat is most loved by regular people and celebrities. Let's take a look at our book, Radiant Child. Somewhere in Brooklyn, between the hearts that humps, thumps, double dutch, and hopscotch, and salty mouths that slurp sweet ice, a little boy dreams of being a famous artist. In his house, you can tell a serious artist dwells as he sits at a table with pencils scattered everywhere. Jean-Michel draws from morning until night with a serious face. Amid a storm of papers, he refuses to sleep until he has created a masterpiece. At night, images enchant Jean-Michel's mind, and he wakes from his dreams to add one more line. His drawings are not neat or clean, nor does he color inside the lines. They are sloppy, ugly, and sometimes weird, but somehow still beautiful. His art comes from his mother, Matilde, a Puerto Rican woman who designs and sews, cooks and cleans, and make the house look like a stylish magazine. But most important, she lies on the floor and draws with Jean-Michel on his father's old work papers. From her, he learns that art is not only in the poetry books she reads to him or in the theater and museums they visit. Art is the street games of the little children, in our style and the words that we speak. It's how the messy patchwork of a city creates new meanings for ordinary things. While visiting the museum, they look at his favorite works of art. This artwork is created by artist Pablo Picasso. Reading the story behind each artist, reading the story behind each work. This is how Jean-Michel learns what it means to be a famous artist. Back at home, he creates art on the floor as his mother or father, Gerard, plays jazz records. Mama Matilde, she cooks beans and rice and calls Jean-Michel, mi amor, mi amor. The energy and life of a city can be felt in each line of his drawings. As time goes by, Jean-Michel learns that art has a healing power. After the car accident, he is scarred and confused. Matilda gives him a book to calm his fears. It is filled with pictures of bones, skulls, and other body parts. Jean-Michel draws from it until he knows it all by heart. He is no longer afraid. Back at home, Jean-Michel body heats and beats, but his heart breaks. His mother's mind is not well, and the family breaks. She no longer lies on the floor and draws with Jean-Michel, but sits by the window, singing only to the birds. Jean-Michel is confused and filled with terrible blues when Matilde can no longer live at home. He tries drawing the terrible out of his blues, but things are not the same. As Jean-Michel grows older, he visits his mother when he can, always bringing his artwork to show, telling her that one day it may be in a museum. When I am a famous artist, my work will be in a museum. A teenager now, Jean-Michel decides, Papa, I will be very, very famous one day, with a sly look, a twinkle in his eye. Jean-Michel leaves Brooklyn for New York City, the Lower East Side, a concrete jungle where only the tough survive. During the day, he dresses in a green jumpsuit, splattered with paint. Jean-Michel stays with friends, sleeping on couches and floors, leaving a barrage of collages and poem-filled papers everywhere he goes. At night, Jean-Michel sprays paints on the walls of downtown New York, with poems and drawings that catch the eye of artists, gallery goers, and passerbys. Under the art, he signs the name Samu, instead of Jean-Michel. Everybody wants to know, who is Samu? Samu moves from the street corner to art gallery walls with powerful color compositions and lines, collaging and painting on anything he can find. His art is still not neat or clean, and definitely not inside the lines, but somehow still beautiful. With his magical charm, Jean-Michel draws a crowd. But when it's time to work, he prefers to be alone, with the radio and TV on full blast. Now in expensive suits splattered with paint, he flips through stacks of magazines and open books, and paints into the night, and sometimes for days at a time, with sounds and images jumping into his head. Jean-Michel, an artist among artists, never doubt one line created from a soundtrack that is all his own. People describe him as radiant, wild, a genius child, but in his heart he is king, so he draws crowns for himself and others he admires. A grown man now, with the art world in his hand, Jean-Michel still visits the mother he loved so much and who taught him art. And at his most important shows, above all the critics' fans and artists he admires, the place of honor is his mother, a queen on a throne. She is now a famous artist. Radiant Child, the story of Jean-Michel Basquiat, an artist who loved to paint as well as create collages. Boys and girls, I invite you to gather up magazines and old newspaper clippings, old photographs of yourselves, glue, scissors, and create a self-portrait collage in the style of artist Jean-Michel. We know that a collage is a combination of magazine clippings, newspaper clippings, fabrics, papers. Create a collage in the artist style. Amaze yourself. This has been a BES production. My name is Miss Johnson. Have a wonderful day.